Hopefully it'll work. Welcome to the call. We're going to start very quickly. Send out those reminders. What are you guys drinking tonight? Guess what I'm drinking? Put it in the chat. What do you think this is? It's very obvious. This is not like one of my top 5 flavors, but you know that I've been shooting content today when I mix up some prickly pear, because this is my favorite flavor for filming like anything on social media, because the color is spectacular. I love the color of prickly pear, and it's pretty good too. It's not my top like 5, but it is yummy, and I love the color. Prickly pear, yes, for sure. What are you guys drinking? You had caramel. Okay, I don't even know how to say macchiato, keto cream. Okay, I think I got it right. Miami vibes, Hibby Libby. I'm pretty sure that's hibiscus lemon, right? Horchata. Blackberry pineapple. It's a very popular one. Apple keto up. Oh, green apple keto up. Speaking of green apple, there is rumor going around that something might drop very soon. I'm excited about that. But let's go ahead and get started, everybody. My name is Amber. I live out in Oregon. I am a mom of 6, grandma of 1 as of 2 weeks ago. I can officially claim that title. I am a grandma. Super exciting. And yeah, I've been drinking ketones now for 2 years, also sharing them. I originally started sharing ketones because I wanted to go out and help other people with the product, because I had such an amazing experience drinking ketones. And what has happened over the last 2 years has been way more than helping other people with drinking ketones. Although I've helped a lot of people and that's been super rewarding, this community has completely transformed me as a person, emotionally and mentally, and with my self-esteem and just personal development. And that's because of you guys. I love this monthly meeting. It brings me a lot of joy and happiness just to feel of your energy, and also celebrate with you and be able to support you as we support each other. So we meet monthly. This is our monthly kickoff meeting. It's normally the first Monday of every month. We use this meeting to celebrate what we have accomplished the previous month and also kick off the month to come. So we do announcements, we do celebrations, we do prizes, all kinds of fun things. If you're just hopping on, we are going to be doing a prize wheel tonight. In order to get your name on the prize wheel, Stacy is dropping a link in the chat. All you have to do is enter your first and last name, and your name will go right on the prize wheel. We will spin it a little bit later. But thank you for joining us tonight. We've got a lot that we're going to celebrate, and some fun announcements coming up as well. Is Nick Martinez on the call? I think he is up first on our agenda with some celebrations. Nick, are you on?
I'm here. What's happening? How's everybody
Awesome.
doing? Good to see y'all. Amber, thanks for kicking us off. That prize wheel sounds exciting. I see the link. Click on it if you haven't yet. Throw your name in there. Lots of fun stuff tonight. So I'm really excited just to kind of kick off October. We're a little bit late in the process. It's the 10th of October. I can't believe we're already a third of the way through the month. It's flying by. But last week, how many of you attended LCD either virtually or in person? If you were there in person, type in person in the chat. If you were virtual, type virtual, or just raise your hand so I can see y'all. If you missed it, guess what? You're not going to want to miss the next event, because LCD was just powerful. In fact, I'd love for those that were in attendance in any realm to just share in the chat what maybe your biggest takeaway was. And it was like, I think we were there until 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. So it just kind of precluded this call from happening. But like Amber said, we have this call every single month. It's the way that we kick off the call. And it's just a simple way to come together and really just remind us of the simplicity of this business, and at the same time celebrate some of the wins. So last month was crazy, and with all the new rewards plan change, with the new QV, we had tons of people hit different milestones. So one of the challenges when you create a whole new system is the reporting isn't quite like, it doesn't all line up, so it doesn't make it easy to track. So normally on this call, we get to recognize people who MVP or MVP multiplier, people who hit the 500 club or the 1,000 club. But tonight, you get to recognize yourself. So if you hit multiplier last month, or if you hit MVP 1, or if you hit MVP 2, or even MVP 3, Type in the chat what you hit so that we can celebrate each other and celebrate the community here, because we had a record number of people that hit those milestones. And unfortunately, there was no report that just allowed me to pull everything, because if you already hit it, then it didn't come up. So normally I like to have a slide for that, but tonight we don't. Look at all of these. MVP, that is awesome. Congratulations to all of you. MVP2, congrats if you hit multiplier. If you hit the 500 club, type 500 in the comments. If you hit the 1,000 club, type 1,000 in the comments or in the chat. And let's give everybody some virtual high fives, some virtual fist bumps. This business is about baby steps, right? This business is about taking action on a consistent basis over and over and over again. And those little metrics, like getting 500 new volume, getting 1,000 in new volume, hitting MVP, are just geared to reward us incrementally for building this business, essentially to reward us incrementally for helping new people with ketones. So congratulations, everyone who's on here. Re-ranks, that's exciting. If you hit a rank for the first time, type the new rank that you hit in the comments. I know we had a lot of new rank 4s. We had Brittany Allen hit rank 4. We had Jennifer McKenzie hit rank 4 for the first time. We had tons of new rank 2s and new rank 3s. We also had some new champ 6s, which we're going to hear from in a second here. So one of the neat things with our rewards plan is the purpose of our ranks is to basically benchmark your business. Now, a lot of times what we do, like if you've been a part of another company or different things, you'll hear these ranks or these like achievement levels, and somebody wears them like a badge of honor. And we're excited about that. We celebrate that, but I do not believe that your rank defines you. If you're a rank 7 and somebody else is a rank 8, it doesn't mean that this person is better than this person. It doesn't mean that they're a better leader. It just means that their business, the number of people that are ordering ketones that are being impacted by ketones, happens to be at a little bit higher level than the other one. And I share that because I like to call it our ranking system. So ranks 1 through 10, you get started, you want to hit rank 1, then you want to hit rank 2. And it's kind of a benchmark to say, you know what, my business has hit this. Now, it's not always going to remain there. Some months it might go up above it. You might hit the next star level. Some months it might dip down below it, right? But that's been like your benchmark. And your goal is to always raise that benchmark. But just like when I go to the gym, some days I'm at the gym and I'm not quite feeling as good as I did the day before or the week before. That was me today. I hadn't worked out for a while. Just same thing with your rank. So I just want to share that because as you hear a couple of these stories of ladies who just have achieved rank 6 for the first time, we call that our champion level. It's where you start to earn $800 a month towards a car that you can pick out. It's a really exciting level. It's kind of like the entry level to just true leadership inside of Prove It. I want you to see that it's possible if you start to progress through the ranking system. And that may not be a linear journey, just like fat loss and weight loss on the scale is not always straight down. However, if you stay consistent, if you do it long enough, if you keep sharing, guess what? You can hear it. So tonight we have actually 2 ladies who are going to share just real briefly. The first I'm going to have come off mute is Amanda Walker. And Amanda, first off, congratulations for hitting champ. And it's such a milestone. I know first time I met you, was over a year ago now, and you were just kind of beginning this run. So I'd love for you to share with us maybe any piece of advice or key to success over the last, 15, 16 months that you've been part of our community.
Hi, so I'm Amanda, I live in Northern California, mom of 3. I've been drinking ketones for about 20 months, and I've been promoting for about 15 months. I think the biggest piece of advice that I would give is just do something every day, whether it's something in your stories, something like a post or having a belly-to-belly conversation. Just be committed to doing one thing every day to kind of move your business forward. I just started like making a conscious effort to do something every day. And doing something every day, more people saw it, and I was able to find friends that love this stuff as much as I love it. And we started building this amazing team, and we're able to hit rank 6. I would say it's definitely not overnight. So I feel like sharing your love and being patient, like it'll happen for anybody. So yeah, I guess that's my biggest
That's awesome.
advice,
So
I
were there
guess.
ever any points where you're just like, man, I don't know if it's going to happen. My volume's not what it was last month, or I'm not moving fast enough. And if there were, what did you do to keep moving forward? Like, how did you keep yourself just on track and continuing?
Oh, absolutely. There are definitely times where it kind of goes up and down. I was like, okay, maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe this isn't, what I thought I could do. But I really think that being consistent, like just making a conscious effort to do something every day. So even when I wasn't feeling it, I was like, let me just get a story up. Let me just have these people see me shaking it up. And I think that really helped, because I definitely have people that have come back around that like have watched for the past, year and a half, that are like, okay, she's still doing this. She still loves it. Okay, maybe I should try this now.
I love it. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing. Thanks for
You're
hopping on in your
welcome.
car.
I know. I'm at jujitsu, so the car it is.
I texted Amanda earlier. She's like, I'm not sure I'll be at jujitsu, but I can hop in the car and say, hey. So everybody give Amanda some love in the chat. Congratulations, Amanda.
Thank
Woo!
you. Bye.
So the second person that we're going to hear from tonight is a dear friend of mine. She and I, here's kind of a fun story. Her name's Lori. Some of you might know her. Maybe you've seen her on Zoom before. Lori, in 2021, I remember very clearly having a conversation with Lori. I happened to be at my cabin, and I remember because I was just walking circles around the shed, and she wouldn't get off the phone with me. She was asking me all these questions, and she was excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, we got one. She's going to do this. It's going to be amazing. Guess what happened? Lori bought our 3-box starter pack, got started. I was excited. And then literally, I never heard from her again. Like for 6 months, she disappeared. Does anybody ever had a promoter or a customer that buys a lot of ketones and then like you just can't get on the phone ever again? Now, in that situation, you can either choose to go internal and say, oh, she must not like me. She must not like ketones. What did I say? What did I do? Or you can realize that everybody's just in a different space and time. So Lori, real quick, maybe share a little bit of your story. And first off, congrats for hitting rank 6. It's been a journey. It's been a process. And share with us some of your story of this journey.
Yeah, that is funny. Hi guys, Lori Hart here. I forgot, I always forget about that part. But it's funny because in that space, I was leaving a company and looking for another one. And I joined 5 at once and I was excited about them all, but I had to find the right fit for me. And nobody was going to tie me in. So I wanted to see what's Prove It about and what's this one about and that one about and how is this product and that product. And finally, I got really excited about Prove It after I did a reboot, and the rest was history. I left everybody else in the dust. And that's kind of what happened. So yeah, I've been here for about 20 months now. And
I love it. I'm going to interrupt you because that's kind of funny. You got excited about ketones and Prove It because you did a reboot.
Yeah.
Why is that? What was it about because most people are like, the reboot, I did that once. I'm not doing it again. What was it about a reboot that got you excited about sharing ketones?
So when I drank the 3 boxes that I originally bought, my mind just wasn't in the right space to receive them. I feel that that's what happened. And I had so many other people and things pulling me in different directions that I lost 60 pounds on the keto diet. And then I gained it all back during COVID. And so the first thing I decided to try was the reboot. And I bought a reboot and I did it. And I felt like Superwoman. And I said, oh my gosh, I just went through the keto diet for like a whole year. And if I can show people how to do this without having to do that diet, this is it. I found it. I love it. I feel great, better than I ever have. And that's when I knew I could share this with so many people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I bring that up because some of us don't talk about the reboot enough, but the reboot is one of our simplest prospecting tools, meaning simplest, like new customer conversation opportunities. And not only Lori Hart, Amy W. I have a ton of successful promoters that all started because they did a reboot, had success with it or enjoyed it. And then next thing you know, they're excited about sharing ketones. So there's a lesson there for me. I need to get back to talking about the reboot more. Lori, so you've been now like officially a promoter with us for the last about 20 months. And it hasn't always been like just, straight line like we were talking to Amanda about. What's been your key to success over the last few months of just either staying consistent, or what's the piece of advice that you give somebody that that wants to achieve champion level that maybe would be beneficial to them?
Yeah. So, I goals for me, goals are huge. I need a goal. I need something to run at. I mean, I won't leave my house on a weekend. My family knows if multiplier's here and it's the 28th of the month, sorry, plans are canceled. Like mom is working and that's the end of it. Like I'm very goal driven. And my ride has been up and down. I mean, my second really full month of promoting, I was able to hit rank 5.2 or 5.3. And then my brother passed. Like I've had a lot of ups and downs these past few years where could have pulled me in and out. But I didn't allow that. I just kept running after goals and just stayed consistent. My foot was always on the gas. Even if I had to take a minute off and just say, okay, I need this minute, I'm going to give myself grace. But now my foot's back on the gas and I'm not taking it off. So goals for sure. Just having a goal, knowing where I'm going and not just randomly throwing a dart at a dartboard. Like I know where I'm going all the time.
That's awesome. Now, one of what I would say, Lori, your superpowers is the ability to just say, all right, I want to hit MVP by the end of the month, or I want to hit multiplier by the end of the month. And then you just sit down and you do it. What is the action that you take in order to ensure that you have new people getting started? Like what's the specific action that you do?
Yeah, conversations. Hey, curious, you drinking ketones yet? Hey, curious, you drinking ketones yet? Hey, I mean, conversations, that's the business. I could look at social media all day. I could make plans all day, but if I'm not in action doing things that are going to create or produce income, then I'm not working my business really. So you've got to be in action and start conversation and talk to people. And then eventually maybe they're not ready today, and that's okay. That's up to them. But eventually they're going to come around or come back when you do the steps. You follow ACE, you use our groups, you put them in there. People are just waiting and watching. I mean, you all know it. People come back and say, I've been watching you for 5 years. I've been watching you for 3 weeks. I've been watching you for 6 months. They always come back if you keep being consistent and showing up.
I love it. So if you didn't catch it there in the beginning, Lori says, I just asked them, are you drinking ketones yet? I don't think I've met a person that's more consistent or more intentional about asking that question. When she's like, oh, I'm getting up to the end of the month, I need a couple more customers. She just like literally, as she said, locks herself in a room and starts messaging everybody that she can. And next thing you know, she's like, Nick, I have somebody on the phone. They want to learn about the business. Next thing you know, she's enrolling promoters because she's asking them. And that's the last question I'll ask you, Lori. You've been successful, especially in the last 3 or 4 months, of consistently enrolling 2, 3, 4 promoters a month, where sometimes that can be a challenge, right? Oh, I can get tons of customers, Nick. I just can't find any promoters. What is either the language that you use or the mindset that you have in order to attract or find those promoters?
Yeah, I just love the business. I love our business. We are so blessed to have this business model. I love educating people on it, but I also just love to ask them, hey, curious, would you ever think about joining me in this venture? Have you ever thought about something on the side? Are you looking for more income? Like, let's do this. I ask right up front. I don't wait for months and months and months of them drinking ketones. I ask them immediately, and I put that bug in their head and I say, you know what, you'd be great at this. I would love to work with you. Have you ever thought about it? Like, what are your goals? I want to know about them. So my conversations are typically around them. What are they looking for? Would they love to join us? And if so, let's move forward.
I love it. It's not complicated. It just has to be done. Awesome. Well, everybody give Lori some love in the chat, and everyone else who hit a new rank in the system last month. Congratulations. Big shout out and kudos to all of you. I celebrate you. And you know what? This is just the beginning, right? This is just part of the journey. We have October, we have November. Then we're running into the new year. Next thing you know, we go on an entirely new run into 2023. So with that, Amber, I will turn it back to you.
Awesome. Thank you. Congratulations to both of you. That's super exciting. Speaking of reboot, are you guys going to do the reboot starting on Sunday with the company? Put it in the chat. If you're doing reboot, type reboot. I am doing it. I have a whole team doing it. We've been talking about the reboot sale that's been going on. I think it's no longer there, but it's been an exciting month to talk about reboot. So next up, we have Jody. She's going to be talking a little bit about our guest calls because we've been having a different routine or a different rhythm to our guest calls because corporate's been providing them, and she's going to give us some more detail about that.
Hey, Amber, thanks so much. For those of you I haven't met, my name is Jody Scheibe. I live here in San Diego, California with my husband, Britton. I have 3 kids, 16, 18, and 20, 2 away at college. Hi. It's so good to see you guys all wave and see all your faces. So let me ask you this. Put a 1 in the chat if you have been just loving these corporate guest calls. Put a 1. Hey, and let's be honest, put a 2 if you're like, what the heck are you talking about, Jody? I have no idea. I haven't heard about them. That's okay too. That's what this call is for. We're going to educate you. Look at all these people. 1. You've been loving them. Okay, awesome. Then we've done a good job talking about them. One of the things I love about guest calls, you guys, it is literally in my weekly DMOs to invite to guest calls. You literally have, I said literally like 4 times. I've had 3 packs of ketones in the past 3 hours, just FYI. You have somebody else getting to validate the conversation, right? You have somebody else getting to share stories that maybe relate to people you invite on the call that maybe isn't your story. Has anybody gotten a customer or a promoter from a guest call? Go ahead and put a 2 in the chat right now. I want to see it. Let's see the power of these guest calls. If you have signed up a customer or signed up a promoter, you guys look at this. Look at Amber's like 2. Seriously, guest calls are my favorite. I'm going to give you 2 tips. Okay, ready? Number 1, invite to them and invite with a voice memo. Stop texting and inviting. Use your voice. Hey, Erin, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I know this is kind of last minute, but the company is hosting a guest call where you can listen in like a fly on the wall tonight. There's going to be some awesome stories. I'd love for you to hear some of these transformations on ketones. I think you're going to love it. I'm telling you, using your voice memo to invite to the guest call, I have a much higher percentage rate. Sometimes, and this is just me, I shoot a number out and I challenge you to do this. Is your goal 5 people to invite to the call? Is your goal 10? Whatever your goal is, put in the chat how many people you typically invite to a guest call. And let's be honest, like we're all just being transparent and honest. If it's 1, put 1. If it's 0, 0. If you shoot for a number, put it in the call. 3, awesome. Lori Hart, 30, awesome. 10, 3. So I challenge you, whatever that number is, I want you to double it for Thursday night's guest call. I want you to double it. This weird things happens when you set your level right here, you hit it, right? When you set it here, you hit it. So double the number of people you're inviting to the guest call. Our next corporate one is Thursday at 8:15 p.m. Nick, we don't have one on Wednesday, right? This week? I didn't think so. Okay. So it's Thursday at 8:15 p.m. So tip number 1, voice invite. Now, here is my favorite part about inviting to a voice call. If I invite 30 people like Lori, guess what I have to do the next day? I have 30 people to have conversations with. 9 times out of 10, people come back to me and say, oh gosh, I can't make it, or oh gosh, I missed it. And then I simply say, oh, that's okay. You know what? If I can get my hands on the recording, I kind of make it seem kind of like, I don't know, right? But if I'm able to get the recording, would you want to listen to it? You can, and I voice memo. Would you want to listen to it while you're cooking or driving or folding laundry? It was an incredible call. I've never heard such a good one, even if I hadn't listened to it that night, right? These guest calls, yes, you can hop on them. They build your belief. You're going to learn stories, but I personally use them as a tool to get people on the calls. And there are nights when I'm sitting having dinner with my family and I have 10 people listening to someone else talk to them about ketones. And that's the power of using that connect step on the guest call. So 1, voice invite. 2, follow up. Like, what did you hear on the call? Sometimes I do tease my people who are jumping on. By the way, you guys, if you're not sending the guest call info to your customers to invite their friends and family, you're missing a mark there, right? Your customer gets 2 people, they get their ketones for free. What's the best tool for your customer to start sharing this conversation when they're unsure, they're not, quite as knowledgeable as we are? Oh, that's great, Susie. I'm so excited for you to get free ketones. Guess what? We have a guest call Thursday. do you have a couple people you can invite to it, and you'll never pay for your ketones again once they want to order. So I really leverage the guest calls and have my customers invite to it too. So those are my tips for the guest calls. Use them as a tool, leverage them. They're here for you. And hopefully that was helpful.
Amazing, Jody. Thank you so much. I love the reminder to do the voice memos. I enjoy doing those while I'm out walking because my energy's up and it just makes me excited, and they can feel it and they can feel the excitement. They want to get on the call. So that's another great tip, is when you're out walking, fuel that energy and pass it over to them. So next up we have Mandy, and she is going to talk a little bit about this big event, this out of this world event that we have going on in December. And I'm excited to hear more about that.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? My name is Mandy Podlesny. I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I have been drinking ketones it will be 6 years in December. I can't believe time flies so fast. Okay, so type me in the comments, like, have you guys ever been to one of our events? Like, type me a 1 if you've been to, like, just say yes. I want to know. So you guys all, look at all those. Okay, cool. So you guys all know pretty much for the most part, like how powerful our community is, how powerful our events are. And if you're brand new on the call and don't know, I'm going to tell you about it. But Epic is my most favorite event. I love all of our events because obviously coming together and squishing on all of us in person and not doing the virtual stuff is really awesome for our businesses. And we get to come together and we get to have the takeaways and masterminds and listen to the speakers and the guests and the entertainment and stuff. But what I really love about this event is that it paints really the picture of what is possible for us and our business. I will never forget my first Epic. Raj Patel was on stage. He's like one of the top retailers in our company. And he was like carrying his trophies, and it just activated like in me what was possible and my competitive edge. And I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. And I didn't really take my business that seriously until I went to Epic, because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was a little baby prover. But when I saw what was possible, it really gave me a belief in not only myself, but like what was possible in the future, but what was possible for our community, what was possible for like in our industry. And it really just built the belief in me. And I was just so grateful to see that, because if all of those people there winning awards were doing it, like I knew I could do it too. And I knew that I had the pathway, because what's really crucial for our businesses is building a belief system in ourselves, because our business is easy, right? It's talk to people about ketones and get them in people's mouths. But like, we have to build our belief in ourselves to have the courage to be able to do that. And then courage to inspire other people to do it too. So like having that belief system is so awesome, because it just builds what is possible for you. And during 2020, my biggest lesson being in this business with you guys for the last 6 years is being in 2020 was really challenging for me, because we got away from the fire, and the further away we get from the fire, like around these calls and out of person, we start to lose belief in ourselves and the company and the industry, because we're just so away from it. So the closer that we are to the fire, the more and more you get activated, the more and more you get excited. So for me, it's like non-negotiable. Have to go to events, have to show up, have to build the belief. And I hope I see all of you guys at Epic as well.
Thank you, Mandy. I'm actually going to Epic. It's like an out of this world theme, which I think it means like outer space, alien, space suits. I don't know. Put a 1 in the chat if you're going. Who's all going? Jody's going. A few people are going. You need an outfit. Yeah, I'm really nervous. I was kind of Googling outfits today. I don't know what I'm going to wear. I think, Carrie, you're going to need to do a Zoom on what to wear to Epic, like what to wear to the gala, what to wear to the awards night. I need some help in this department. So, Carrie, you're the man, okay? I'm hitting you up. Okay, good. All right. So let's talk about our little challenge last month. It was the Rhino Run Tracker. And if you do not know what I'm talking about, it's this sheet of paper, and I wish more than anything I had one. So you're going to have to visualize it. It has little boxes on it. When you have a prospect or somebody you're talking to about ketones and you've asked the question, are you drinking ketones yet? You write their name in the box. Once you've connected them or sent them a video, the campfire video, you put a little check mark. And then once you've invited them to a guest call, you put another check mark. And it's just your way to track who you've been talking to, who you've connected. And then when they purchase ketones, you mark them off. So we had a little challenge last month, and your challenge was to fill up the entire Rhino Run Tracker. And we have a winner from our challenge, and I wanted to announce that. Joy Luhan, hopefully I pronounced that name correctly. Sorry, Joy, if I didn't. You are the winner of our Rhino Run Tracker. Are you on the call? Oh, you got a couple of phones probably in your house on the call.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, congratulations. Yay, Joy. She actually filled out several Rhino Run trackers, so she went all out. We're excited for you. So you've won $104. Yes, that's awesome. You've won $100 in swag cash. So what you're going to want to do is go ahead and spend $100 at the swag cash store, the gear store, the Prove It gear store, and then submit your receipts at simplefunketo@gmail.com. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, she is killing it. Yes, Sarah. Okay, I'm going to spin the wheel. This is an early bird spin, and we're going to give away one of these cups. Is this the right one, Nick?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to give away 2 of these tonight. For those that weren't on earlier, there was a link that you put your name in to get your name on the prize wheel, and we will add everyone's name that wasn't on. But initially, about 5 minutes after the meeting started, I entered all the names of everyone who had already entered, and we have 50 names already on the wheel. So hopefully after this first spin, we'll add the rest of the names. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully this works. Can you guys see the spinner? Thumbs up. Okay. All right. We're going to spin. There we go. Wow. Cassandra McClure, you won the shaker cup. Yay, fireworks. So you're going to email simplefunketo@gmail.com and let them know you want a shaker cup and give them your mailing address. All right, next up, we have Christina. She's going to talk to us about this next month's challenge we've got going on.
Hey everyone, it's Christina Martinez-Williams. I'm currently in New Bern, North Carolina, and I've been drinking ketones for the last 6 years and sharing them for the last 4.5. I'm excited about this challenge for this month because it's something that I've grown to love to do, even though it's something that I did not know how to do or nor was comfortable doing when I got started, and that's doing lives. So our challenge this month is that to go live, and I'm going to talk about why we should go live, and then a couple of quick tips about how to go live and what to hone in on. So the challenge is that you are going to go live. Every single person can do this 10 times between now and the end of the month, and your name will be entered into a drawing, and you've seen how amazing the prizes are. So we get to do that. And your lives don't have to be any quantity of time or minutes. It doesn't have to even be about ketones. It's actually good if it's not about ketones all the time for these lives. So why should we go live? First, it adds a lot of value, and it adds value because people get to hear you. They get to feel you. They get to see your energy and hear it in your voice, see it in your body. And that connects a lot to people. It also helps people feel like they know you, that they get to like and trust you because they see where you are. They get to be a part of your life in a different way than just a post or some words help people do. And then Facebook is showing lives to more people. So the more that you go live, the more that people are going to see what you're posting. It'll start showing up on your feed, on their news feeds. and then you get to talk to more people because more people are going to get to see and hear about who you are and what you're passionate about, which includes ketones. So to do that, the first thing that came to my mind is KISS. And usually that's keep it simple, stupid, but I'm not going to say it like that. I'm going to say keep it short and simple. So it can be 15 seconds. Your life can be 15 seconds about whatever is in front of you. Right now I'm house sitting for 6 and pet sitting 6 dogs. So I can go live, note to myself, I can go live about these 6 dogs that when something comes in front of the house, they are all barking and it is super loud. That can be a live. It can also be you talking about ketones and why you love them today or why you have enjoyed them in your experience so far. Raise your hand. Actually, don't raise your hand. Put in the comments 1 if lives make you nervous, and a 2 if they make you really excited. A 1 if live makes you nervous, and 2 if they make you really excited. Maybe it's both of them. You can put a 1 and a 2 if you want. So that's okay. I know when I got started doing lives, I was super nervous and I didn't know what I was doing, but the more I did it, the easier it became. So keep doing it. That's the other tip, is keep doing it. Be consistent. We have what, 20 days left of this month, 21 days left of this month. So you really could go live every single day and make it a double live, double of this challenge and go live every single day. And just that consistency is going to help people to really get to know you and feel like they're your friends. Even if you just added them yesterday, you're going to they'll feel like they know who your family is, if you're willing to share that, what you do, what you think about, and ketones, they'll get to experience that. So put if you're gonna commit to doing this challenge 10 lives by the end of the month, put a lightning bolt in the chat because it is lightning power to go live. That's it.
Thank you, Christina. We are just about to wrap up the meeting. We're going to turn the time back over to Nick. Then we're going to do a few more spins on the wheel and then wrap it up for the night. So back to you, Nick.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for sharing. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, everybody that shared. One thing I wanted to bring up before we closed out here is our Prove It Bahamas trip that's coming up February, 13th. Through the 16th or something. It's that weekend. I don't remember the exact dates. But what's really cool about this trip is to qualify to go is actually like, it's not out of reach. Usually a lot of times with incentive trips, people are like, well, I'm not going to hit it. And then you just kind of stop thinking about it. But in order to qualify to just go to the trip, you just have to hit MVP twice, right? Or MVP multiplier twice. And we had September, I have October, we have November, and we have December. So there's 4 months to do it. So even if you didn't do it last month, guess what? You still have 3 more months to do it. And I know there's tons of you that are running for it. So if you've already qualified, type qualified. If you're 1/2 of the way there, type 1/2 in the chat. And I want you guys just to, like, if you like to travel, type, I don't know, drop a palm tree in the chat if you can do emojis, or type like to travel, or just type palm tree in the chat. Because one of my favorite things to do is travel. That's why I became a pilot. And when I found network marketing, I realized I can travel and I can be paid for it. Meaning I can either earn rewards towards a trip, or it's a business expense. So I get to write off all of my expenses. You know, the coolest way to travel is travel like 30, 40, 50% off. How? When you get to write off your trip, you're not having to pay taxes on that money. This isn't tax advice, but it's incredible. So one of the things that I'm doing is I'm keeping it in front of me today on both of my laptop and my desktop. I have had Bahamas pictures searched and look up. In fact, I'll share my screen. Oh, I can't share my screen. Maddie, if you can make me a host. I was going to show you what I've been looking at as you guys have been talking. It's just pictures of palm trees, pictures of the Atlantis Hotel with the bridge suite where presidents have stayed, the pictures of the pools, pictures of just everything. It's so much fun. So if you haven't done that yet, my encouragement to you is to do that. There's tons of you that are already like ready to go. but I want you to write that day on your calendar. I want you to block it off on your calendar. If you have things that you need to move around, start moving it around, because if you start to make that commitment consciously, then subconsciously your mind's gonna say, oh, I'm going on that trip. I better get busy. I better get after it. I better talk to this person that happens to be my neighbor that doesn't know about ketones yet. I better reach out to 5 more people and do what Lori Hart just told me. I better keep moving forward. So let's keep that in front of us and keep that in mind. You're going to hear me talking about the Bahamas over and over and over again until you feel like you're there with me. I do remember when I was a kid, my father was an airline pilot. We traveled a lot and we got to go to the Bahamas. And we didn't stay at the actual hotel. We stayed down the road. And I remember walking in front of it with my parents and my sister, who you just heard from. And I remember like saying, Dad, I want to stay there. I want to stay there. And he's like, no, it's too much money. We're not going to do it. And it was just totally fine. But as probably an 11-year-old, I had this vision. I'm like, someday I'm going to go stay there. And I'm excited to. Since joining Prove It, we have had an opportunity to be there 3 times. This will be our 4th time there. And I will tell you, it's every bit as magical. And this is a trip that you can come on. And if you want to bring your kids, you can bring your kids. And it's just going to be an incredible, incredible experience. So I wanted to share that before we closed out. And guys, it's only the 10th of October. We still have tons of month ahead of us. Amber is going to do a couple drawings here to close out the night. But I want you to remember, if you haven't listened to the training on promotions, in fact, let me ask this question. Did you listen to the training on promotions that I did during LCD that was broadcast into the Prove It Promoter Group? If you listened to it, drop a 1 in the chat. If you missed it, drop a 2. And no problem if you missed it. It lives today in the Facebook group. That's our Prove It Promoter group. And it's me talking about why we have promotions and how to run for them. And the whole purpose behind them. The reason I bring that up is because I believe tomorrow is the date that we talked about at LCD. There's a new flavor coming. Green apple. I don't know if anybody has one of those on their desk, but it's a new flavor. A lot of you got to try it at Hacking Better. It's a delicious, crisp apple flavor. And it's coming out tomorrow. And sometimes I get the question like, what am I supposed to do? All these flavors, how do I promote this? The purpose of this is to create new attraction and to create fun and excitement, to either help new conversations start or help further existing conversations. And it's going to be a fun opportunity. So inside of our Better Starts Here Facebook group, we have graphics on that. You can go check out. Ashley Riddle put them up today. We also have a blurb of how you can post about it, how you can reach out to people, how you can sell trial packs. I'm not going to take the time to go through that on this call, but if you go into our Facebook group, you will see the information there, which is super exciting. So with that, thank you guys for being on tonight. Thanks for taking time out of your Monday to kick off the month a week late with us. And Amber, I'll turn it back over to you for the last drawings.
Awesome. I've got everyone on the wheel now. So we're going to do 2 more. The first spin is going to be for another shaker cup. And then the second spin will be for a $75 swag cash prize. So we'll spin it twice. Let me share my screen again and then we'll spin. Can you see it? Thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Kristen Hamilton, woohoo! Are you on, Kristen? I'm assuming she's on. She put her name in.
I'm on.
Awesome. You know the drill, how to redeem that shaker cup?
I don't remember because I never win anything and I'm so excited now.
Okay, so simplefunketo@gmail.com. Just
Okay.
email them, let them know that you won a shaker cup and give them your mailing address. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, and this one is the final price for the night, $75 swag cash prize. Let's go. Allison Ringo, are you on?
Oh my gosh, yes, I am.
Congratulations. Hi. So
Thank you.
this prize would, yes, you're welcome. You're going to go to the Prove It Gear store and spend the money first and keep your receipts. Then you're going to send your receipt to simplefunketo@gmail.com and they'll reimburse
Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Congratulations, everybody. I've got my flag, my Bahama flag. That doesn't make sense, but I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Carrie will correct me. But I've got this up for lots of good social media content going up until February, and I'm really excited about it. I've already put a few things up. Lots of people are asking. It's generating some good engagement. So if you guys want to do something like that too, a little flag, little something, lots of people are asking about it. So anyways, I'm excited for that. And thank you for bringing it up, Nick. Let's go. Hopefully lots of us will be able to earn that trip and see each other in Bahamas. Have a good night, everybody.